the insane truth about OpenAI that will shock you. Imagine a group of the world's most brilliant minds gathering in a room, not to build the next social app or a flashy gadget, but to create God. Not a deity in the traditional sense, but something potentially even more powerful. Artificial General Intelligence, or AGI, a system smarter than humans, capable of reshaping civilization itself. This is not science fiction. This is the real story of OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, and perhaps the most controversial organization of our time. Its origins are wrapped in ambition, betrayal, secrecy, and a vision so extreme that even billionaires like Elon Musk walked away, fearing what might come. So how did a nonprofit founded to protect humanity end up as one of the most powerful, profit-driven tech companies on Earth? This is the insane truth about OpenAI. Sam Altman, the startup prodigy. The story begins with Sam Altman. Born in St. Louis, Altman showed brilliance early on, teaching himself to program and taking apart computers as a child. By 19, he had dropped out of Stanford and launched Loop, a location-based app that was years ahead of its time. Loop didn't become a blockbuster, but it put Altman on the map. Soon after, he joined Y Combinator, the legendary startup accelerator that birthed Airbnb, Dropbox, and Stripe. By the mid-2000s, Altman wasn't just another founder. He was running Y Combinator itself, mentoring hundreds of startups and building a reputation as Silicon Valley's oracle of the future. But Altman wasn't satisfied. He wasn't just chasing the next unicorn company. He wanted something bigger, something that could define the next century. That something was artificial intelligence, Elon Musk's fear of AI. Meanwhile, Elon Musk was sounding the alarm. Musk had long warned that artificial intelligence posed an existential risk. In interviews, he compared AI to summoning the demon. By 2014, Musk was deeply worried. He saw Google acquiring DeepMind, one of the most advanced AI labs in the world, and feared that unchecked corporate power could lead to catastrophic consequences. If a single company controlled super-intelligent AI, humanity's future would be at risk. Musk believed the solution was openness, to build AI in the open, share discoveries with the world, and ensure no single corporation could dominate. This vision set the stage for OpenAI, the secret meeting, birth of OpenAI. In late 2015, Musk, Altman, and a group of influential technologists gathered in a private meeting. Among them, Ilya Sutskever, a brilliant researcher from Google Brain, Greg Brockman, the former CTO of Stripe, and several other visionaries. The mission was radical: build artificial general intelligence and give it away freely for the benefit of humanity. They would call it OpenAI. The founders pledged $1 billion to fund the effort. Musk promised tens of millions himself. Sam Altman took on the role of president. Brockman became CTO, and Sutskever, one of the best minds in machine learning, left Google to become chief scientist. From the start, OpenAI was not just another tech startup. It was a crusade, almost a religion. Their manifesto declared, "Our mission is to ensure AI benefits all of humanity. Let's build God inside OpenAI." The rhetoric was bold. Early employees would later recall that the group spoke openly about building God. The idea wasn't just to make smarter software, it was to create a system capable of surpassing human intelligence in nearly every way. But even in those early days, cracks appeared. OpenAI published research, open-sourced code, and preached transparency. Yet the ultimate goal, building AGI, was so powerful and so dangerous that openness had limits. How do you share knowledge that could help humanity but also potentially destroy it? Musk grew uneasy. He clashed with the team, worried about safety and the lack of clear safeguards. By 2018, Elon Musk walked away from OpenAI completely, citing conflicts of interest with Tesla's own AI work. Without Musk's money or oversight, OpenAI began to change. The AI winter ends for years. Artificial intelligence was seen as overhyped. Decades of promises had failed to deliver. But by the mid-2000s, something shifted. Compute power exploded, data became abundant, and new breakthroughs like deep learning started delivering real results. OpenAI threw itself into this revolution. In 2016, it built AI systems that mastered video games like Dota 2 and gym environments. These projects weren't just games. They were proof that reinforcement learning could produce powerful, adaptable agents. But the real turning point came in 2017, when Google researchers unveiled a new architecture, the Transformer. This design allowed machines to process language in ways that scaled far beyond previous models. OpenAI seized on it, pushing the limits with massive training runs, the Transformer breakthrough. In 2018, OpenAI launched GPT, the generative pre-trained transformer. At first, it looked like just another research paper, but behind the scenes, GPT had unlocked something extraordinary: machines that could generate human-like text at scale. Then came GPT-3 in 2019. It was so good that OpenAI refused to release it fully, claiming it was too dangerous. Headlines erupted. Critics accused accused OpenAI of abandoning its core mission of openness. The name closed AI started circulating, but the controversy only fueled intrigue. By 2020, GPT-3 arrived with 175 billion parameters, orders of magnitude larger than anything before it. Suddenly, the world was staring at a machine that could write essays, code software, and carry on conversations that felt eerily human. OpenAI was no longer a scrappy nonprofit. It was becoming a commercial powerhouse, from open to for-profit. Here's where the story takes a sharp turn. In 2019, OpenAI announced it was restructuring into a capped profit company. The idea? Investors could fund the enormous costs of training AI, but their profits would be limited to 100 times their investment. Microsoft quickly jumped in with a $1 billion deal. The partnership gave OpenAI access to Azure Cloud supercomputers, essential for training gigantic models. In return, Microsoft gained exclusive rights to commercialize the technology. Critics were outraged. OpenAI had been founded as a non-profit, promising to share research freely. Now it was partnering with one of the world's biggest corporations, keeping models closed and prioritizing profit. The dream of AI for humanity seemed compromised. Yet from a business perspective, the shift worked. OpenAI now had the resources to pursue AGI at full throttle. ChatGPT changes the world. Then came the bombshell. In late 2022, OpenAI quietly released ChatGPT. Within 5 days, it had over 1 million users. Within months, it became the fastest-growing consumer product in history. ChatGPT wasn't just a tech demo. It was a cultural moment. Teachers panicked as students used it to write essays. Programmers used it to generate code. Marketers used it for copywriting. Suddenly, AI wasn't some distant future. It was here, in everyone's browser, free to use. The world reacted with a mix of awe and fear. Could this replace jobs? Could it spread misinformation? Could it reshape education, business, even human creativity? For OpenAI, it was a triumph. For society, it was a Pandora's box, a coup against Sam Altman. But the drama didn't stop there. In November 2023, OpenAI's board of directors shocked the world by firing Sam Altman. The announcement gave little explanation, only vague references to communication issues. The tech world erupted. Employees threatened to quit en masse. Microsoft, OpenAI's biggest partner, openly criticized the board. Within days, Altman was reinstated after a dramatic corporate coup. The episode exposed deep fractures inside OpenAI, a struggle between safety concerns and commercial ambitions, between the nonprofit mission and the profit-driven reality. Even insiders admitted they weren't sure which path OpenAI was truly on. The future is insane today. OpenAI stands at the center of a storm. It is racing toward AGI with more funding, more compute power, and more ambition than anyone else. Microsoft has invested over $13 billion. Competitors like Google, Anthropic, and Meta are scrambling to keep up. But the questions remain: who controls AGI? Can it be aligned with human values? And what happens if OpenAI's technology becomes smarter than all of us combined? Some believe AGI will solve humanity's greatest challenges, curing diseases, ending poverty, even reversing climate change. Others fear it could destabilize economies, empower authoritarian regimes, or slip out of control entirely. What's undeniable is that OpenAI has transformed from an idealistic nonprofit into one of the most powerful companies on the planet. Its journey has been fueled by genius, betrayal, secrecy, and vision on a scale rarely seen in history. The truth about OpenAI is simple. It isn't just building technology, it's building the future. So what do you think? Is OpenAI humanity's greatest hope or its biggest risk? Will Sam Altman and his team guide AGI responsibly? Or are we witnessing the rise of something no one can truly control? One thing's certain, the story of OpenAI is far from over. In fact, it's only just beginning. If you found this deep dive fascinating, make sure to like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more stories about the companies and ideas shaping our world.